Welcome. In front of me I have the OPPO Reno 14FS, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and also its specifications. So let's just get straight into this. We have two tabs to peel. There we go. So this is what could be considered as a budget device for a Reno phone, and I'm kind of gonna get at the end of this why I don't really consider this device to be very good as a budget device, and I'll give you all the reasoning for that. But anyway, taking it out and booting it up. While it's booting up, let's also see the cable. So here we have a Type A to Type C charging cable, and well, that's about it. Nothing else in the box. Now, while it's booting up, let's take a quick look at the device with the weird kind of back design. It almost looks like kind of like a flower. You can see this. It's interesting design, not something that I would rock, and holy hell does it have like, it goes from like blue to almost silver looking color right here, and this goes from blue to gold looking, which you can kind of see if I maybe adjust the exposure on the camera a bit better, but pretty interesting kind of design. Anyway, now let's talk about the display. This is the thing that you're going to be looking at for the most part. And in terms of the display, we're looking at a 6.57-inch display with a 2372 by 1080 pixel resolution that runs up to 120 Hz refresh rate. It has a 397 pixels per inch and a typical brightness of 600 nits. Now, before I go any further with this, I want to point out that there is a non-FS version of this, which I actually have right here. It's, in terms of size, nearly identical, a bit heavier in terms of weight, and generally it's a improvement over what we have right here in almost every kind of department. So I do want to point out, but I don't recommend looking at either one of these devices. They both have their limitations, and they're both not the best kind of value for money offering. But continuing on into the back of the device, we will have our triple camera setup. So main sensor will be 50 megapixel f1.8 aperture lens. Then we get a 32 megapixel. No, wait, sorry. Looking at a Polish website which has an absolutely terrible layout. So we have a 58 megapixel and 2 megapixel. Holy hell. Well, that is a bit of a step down in terms of camera department here. Holy shit. Yeah, macro 2 megapixel. It's basically trash. I thought that we're past this, but apparently OPPO hasn't figured it out that adding sticker cameras that are just there to fool people isn't the best way to do it. But hey, I guess they didn't really learn that. So don't buy this shit just specifically for that reason. There isn't any manufacturer that puts a 2 megapixel macro right next to a 50 megapixel wide sensor is a piece of shit scammer, basically, as well as I can kind of tell you. So the reason for that is a 50 megapixel lens at 2x zoom will capture higher resolution, higher fidelity, sharper macro images than the dedicated macro lens, meaning that it's absolutely freaking useless for what it's supposed to be used for, defeating purpose of its even existence. So this thing right here, you can literally take a hammer, smash it out, and you won't ever really feel the need to use this in general. It serves genuinely no purpose. If this gets scratched, don't worry. You have better lenses to do the same task that this is supposed to do. Now at the front, we have a 32 megapixel wide sensor, and that's about it. Now where I'm looking at, it doesn't really tell the refresh rates right here. Oh no, there it is. So in the refresh rates, we're looking at 4K 30 frames out of with the back cameras, and 1080p up to 60, while the selfie gets you 1080p 30. That's a bit disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. Now if we move over to the internals now, in this device we have a Snapdragon 6 Gen 1, which is number one, already like 3 or 4-year-old processor, and it's the one on a lower end. So apart from Snapdragon 6, you have also 7. Yeah, I think there are 7, and then you have 8 and 8 Elite. So yeah, this one is on the lower end. We also have a 6,000 mAh battery, typically because it's not necessarily super precise, but it should be somewhere around this kind of capacity. And we can charge this device, or the battery specifically, at 45 watts with the Super VOOC charger, so that's maximum. Now, apart from that, in terms of storage options, if I can actually find this, we are looking at 12 gigs of RAM and half a terabyte of storage. Though where I'm looking at, which is the official OPPO website, I'm not sure if this is the only variant, but that's the only one that they have listed right here. Also, the storage there is UFS 3.1, and RAM is LPDDR4X. So, with that in mind, this device costs just shy of $500 US. Let's just round it down to even lower, 400. It doesn't really matter. It's not the greatest value for your money. And I will mention that right now by talking about another device. Let's call it competition. But the competition is nothing. That's the brand of the phone. Specifically CMF Phone 2 Pro. It's a phone that costs half of what this one does, while offering you a faster processor, about the same kind of battery size, 33 watts charging, so a little bit slower. Where it just completely smashes this one is the camera department. We have dual 50 megapixel wide and telephoto lenses and 8 megapixel ultra wide, which allow you to do 4K 30, 1080p up to 120 of slow motion, and then selfie will be a 16 megapixel that also does a 1080p 30 frames wide sensor. So that's in terms of camera, it's already better, and processor, it's better. Resolution is a step down, as it's going to be, actually no, never mind, it's not a step down, it's the same one. It's basically a 1080p resolution, AMOLED display. Where it actually even pulls ahead is the pull rate. It has a 2160 Hz pull rate for the display. That refers to when you're pressing the screen, right, how fast and behind it is. So you can see kind of when I move my finger up and down abruptly, the display isn't going right with the finger. It has this kind of like finger goes, and then the display follows after like a split second. So the pull rate of this implies how quickly the display can keep up with your finger, how responsive it is. And this one runs at 2160 Hertz, meaning that it's 20 times faster than the refresh rate. Now, also peak brightness is higher at 3000 nits, and honestly, I could continue glazing this device, but just that alone, the fact that it's cheaper and faster and has a better camera, should be already sufficient enough reason to discard this one. At half the price, getting something that is better is an insane bargain, and there is no reason to consider something like this when it costs like basically double the price. It's just kind of moronic choice here. Now, the only thing that I will say is maybe if CMF phone isn't available in your region, then that might be a bit of a bummer. But if it is, I highly recommend going with that one if the price is still, like I'm mentioning, under the $230 price range. If it is, it's literally the best phone for the price you can get. There is nothing better. While this is slower and costs nearly double the price, meaning that it automatically becomes relevant as it's being succeeded by an older device that is still better and cheaper. So that's about it. Now, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can go through the setup process of this phone. Okay, so let's get started. When you boot it up for the first time, you will be presented with this screen right over here. So let's click on the arrow, as this is the only thing that we can do. And next we can find our desired language from the list. Now for me, it's selected English, so that's correct. I'm not going to be changing that. And next we can choose our region. Now, when it comes down to region, I would recommend choosing any kind of European Union region, as we do have much better consumer rights than, as far as I can tell, almost any other country. So if you don't like to be spied on and stuff like that, I highly recommend that. Just by God, do not select UK. They claim to be kind of freedom of speech and all that crap, but let's be honest, they're not. And anyway, so I'll be selecting where I am from, which will be Poland. There we go, perfect place. And next we have legal information. Now you can tap on each one of them to see what they are, but I do want to point out we're technically not agreeing to them, we're just pressing next. So I don't know if that really has any kind of merit right here. But in any case, next we have set up using another device. So let me just grab my phone, and that gets this kind of pop-up on there. Set up new device. This will show up automatically on your screen on your old phone that is already set up the moment you enter this specific page. And as example, let me just kind of showcase this again. If I go back, oh, there we go, it disappeared. I actually didn't click on it, so just kind of showcase this again. I'm not pressing anything. You can see it shows up automatically. So anyway, now we can transfer over the data from your old device to this one. I believe this uses cloud data only, so it's not really actually like transferring over anything apart from signed in account, I think, of Google. But I could be wrong. I actually have never tested this out. But in any case, I will be setting it up as new, and there are also much better ways of transferring the data, more of it, which is usually the applications that come pre-installed with the device that you will be using. In case of OPPO, it's going to be, I think, Clone Phone, if I remember correctly. That application allows you to transfer over much more data, data that is just kind of like associated with the applications that you can also transfer over. So it gives you much more granular control of what you're moving over from your old device to this one. Unlike the traditional kind of, yeah, we're gonna move photos and contacts and stuff like that. Here you can go with logs, messages, the actual applications, the application data that is not available to you usually, and so on. Now, anyway, moving on, we have the connect to Wi-Fi. Obviously, you can sign into your Wi-Fi or ignore this by selecting skip. Connect to the internet. Oh, never mind, we can't ignore it. We need to have some kind of internet connection. Why? You're probably wondering. Because OPPO tells you screw you. That's genuinely what it is. There is no other reason for this. These devices can function without internet, so requiring you to set up using internet is just an annoyance and has no actual reason other than to piss you off, which it completely does. Thank you, OPPO. Go screw yourself. So I'm gonna sign into the network, not because that's how I want to set up my device, because that's how the device wants me to set it up. Awesome. There we go. You happy now? Can we progress further? Thanks. Great. Okay. If it sounds like I'm agitated by this, it's because I am. It's called a setup. If I can't set up the device the way I want to, then how about you just bring it to me set up already? And we get to wait. Getting your phone ready. Didn't have the time to do that before. Copy apps and data. Okay, so we can move on from that annoyance to another method of copying your apps and data. Again, just a different method. I honestly don't bother even checking this. Like I said before, clone phone will be the superior option right here. So that's what you should use instead of these kind of crappy ways of moving over the data. Next, we have sign into your Google account. Again, this step is optional. You're gonna let me skip that one for now. Next, connect to mobile data. You can insert your SIM card right here if you want to, or you can skip this. Typically, you would see this crap right next to the Wi-Fi, because that's how I can get mobile or internet connection, either through SIM card or through Wi-Fi. But for some reason, no, you just need to have Wi-Fi, because in reality, I think connecting eSIM requires a internet connection for some odd reason, but nonetheless, that shouldn't really be forced on you, and if you skip it, it should let you know that it's required for eSIM connection. And as an example, it should also give you the option to insert a physical SIM card instead of connecting to Wi-Fi, because God effing forbid you're outside of your home and you don't have access to Wi-Fi and you actually want to start using this device right away. Well, tough shit, you can. Next, we have unlocking methods. So we have, or basically screen locks and protections. We have password, which consists of 3 different methods: pattern, password, and PIN. So you can choose whichever one you want. I'm going to choose cancel. And below that, we have fingerprint and face unlock. Now, for the 2 biometrics, which means fingerprint and face unlock, you will always be required to have PIN, pattern, or password. And the reason for that is because biometrics aren't 100% reliable. And in times where they just fail to unlock your device, you can always fall back onto the physical way of unlocking it that isn't subject to random fits of unrecognizing your finger or your face. So I'll be skipping this. Now, I am skipping this, but I don't actually recommend skipping protecting your device. Your phone will basically contain all your private data, photos, contacts, documents, possibly very sensitive information. So if you were to ever lose your device, it would be very beneficial to you to have some kind of protection, so whoever finds it doesn't have access to all your personal information. Next, we have Google services like location scanning and sending user and diagnostic data. Now, I'm not sure why it's this big and bold right here, like it's supposed to hold more weight behind it, that you can turn it off. But you can turn it off. Just know that this is from Google. And Google is, at this point, by definition and by the court, a monopoly that can stay a monopoly, and also they do be in antitrust lawsuits, which isn't because they are trustworthy, to say the least. So these toggles actually mean absolutely nothing, specifically things like location and sending user and diagnostic data. You can turn those off, but companies already found way more creative ways of basically tracking you everywhere. And without your permission, I should also add. So I should also maybe say allegedly. So just know that when using Android, no matter what you turn off right here, you actually never have real privacy. You can always be tracked. Now, moving on, we have choose your browser and search engine. So we're going to click on next, and you can select whatever you want from here. From my browser, I'll be choosing Brave. Actually, no, Firefox. I do like Firefox myself, actually. As when it comes down to plugins that allow you to block ads, Firefox still does that, unlike Chrome anymore. I don't recommend using Chrome. Anyway, moving on, we have select a search engine. So again, choose whichever one you want. Now, this is a very short list of search engines. There isn't many options right here. There is many more search engines to actually choose from. So I'm just gonna select the one that I know that isn't that bad. Actually, Bing is no bad too, so let's go with Brave maybe. Now, moving on, we have review additional apps, or basically if you click on OK, install garbage. So we're gonna deselect all of them. I'm pretty sure majority of us don't give two hoops about Royal Match, Coffee Dash 3G, and Solitaire, Cashback, and all that crap. So you probably want to deselect all of this. Recommended services. Now these might seem like they're repeating, so auto update overnight, global search, auto update system applications, local screen magazine. Okay, I do want to point out this one, lock screen magazines. So this is, as other devices call it, I believe, wallpaper carousel. But basically what it is a curated wallpapers by OPPO that will be showing on your lock screen, and they will be changing every time you see the lock screen. So when your phone has a lock screen, you press the power button and you have a lock screen visible now. You choose one wallpaper, then if you lock it and do the same thing again, it chooses a new wallpaper. And I do have to say, these wallpapers are usually uninspiring, and decent amount of them, at least on some of the devices. I don't remember if this is this one, actually it might be, are just not something that I would ever want to have as a wallpaper. So I don't know why would, for instance, anyone want to have wallpaper of a brick wall or maid cleaning. And obviously if you have some kind of like wallpapers of random people, it might open you up to having to explain why you have a random ass lady that cleans a place as your wallpaper to your significant others. I would probably like to avoid that one, so I'm gonna turn that off. Next we have context-aware network service, and just more. You can go over all of this, to be honest, turn off everything that you want, and moving on. We have navigation method, buttons, and gestures. Choose whichever one you prefer. I like gestures, which are selected by default. And moving on to the last page, we can click on Get Started, which will take us to the home screen with the device set up. And like I mentioned, we're going to the setup. Under Tools, you'll find the clone phone application right over here for transferring over data from your old device in a much better way. Though you will need to download this application on your old device, as long as it's not an OPPO, Realme, or OnePlus. You can get it from your Play Store or App Store. If you have OPPO, Realme, or OnePlus, it's already on that device pre-installed like it is here, so you can open that up. Anyway, with that being said, hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can transfer the data from your old device into your OPPO Reno 14S, and how also you can restore the backup. Alright, so let's begin. As you can see, we are doing the setup process. And as a first method, I'll show you how you can transfer the data from your old device into your new OPPO. So, when you turn this device first time, the setup process will appear. Now click this blue arrow. Now select the language that you want to use and click on Next. Select your region and also click on Next. Click on Next. Okay, and we have the thing that we are interested in, set up using another device. Now let's select Android or iPhone. Of course, everything depends what your old device is. In my case, it's Android, and you can see that already the option for the setup appeared on the screen. There's a chance that it won't appear automatically. So what you need to do, you can open up the camera app and use the Google Lens to scan this code. If your camera doesn't support the Google Lens, you can always use some third-party QR code scanning apps to scan this code. Okay, so let's scan it. Okay, and there is also a chance that you won't be able to scan the code, and then you just need to verify those codes. If they are matching, you can click on Next. Okay, I need to draw my lock screen from my previous device to confirm, and to go forward, you can see that the OPPO currently is automatically connecting to the Wi-Fi. So let's wait until it's done. Okay, now verify by drawing the lock screen from your previous device, of course. Okay, get in the account info. Okay, click on next. Alright, copy data from Android device. Click on next. Okay, getting ready to copy. We need to wait a little until we'll be able to select the things that we want to transfer. Okay, and now we have a possibility to select what things we want to copy. It can be photos and videos, music and other audio, messages, device settings, and the call history, and also the apps right in here. All right. Once you have selected everything that you want, in my case, I want everything. Actually, I want all of those things. So then click on copy once you have selected everything that you want. And now we have a simple setup process. So we can select our unlock method. In my case, I'll skip it because it's always available later in the settings. And now we have the Google services. Simply scroll down and click on accept. It's worth turning those features on because it allows us to create a backup, so let's turn it on. It's really, really useful. I always turn this feature on when I'm setting my new device. Okay. Click on continue. And now we have a possibility to enable the Hey Google sentence to launch the Gemini. I'll turn it on because why not? You can also add your card to the Google Pay right now. In my case, I want to skip it. In here, click on no thanks. And you can see that the copying process is still going. So I'll see you once it's done. Alright, so now the copying has finished. Now click on done. We can click on close on our previous device because it won't be necessary right now. Alright, getting the phone ready. And we need to wait a little once again. Okay, if you have your SIM card inserted right now, you can enable to use the mobile data. In my case, I don't want to use it, so I'll turn it off. In here, simply scroll down and click on agree. And now select the navigation method. It can be buttons or the gestures. And when it comes to the gestures, if you don't know how to use them, you can always click on learn. Now let's click on done. Click on get started. And now we are ready to use our device. You'll be able to see in the notification bar that some of the things might still being installed. You can see in here from the Play Store. So simply don't disconnect from the Wi-Fi yet and wait until everything gets downloaded. Alright, so that was the first method. Now let me show you how you can restore the backup from the Google One on your OPPO. Okay, so let's go with the second method. When it comes to restoring from the Google One, when we are doing the setup process, when we have option to set up using another device, we need to click on skip this time. Now we need to connect to the Wi-Fi manually, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Simply connect to your Wi-Fi, then click on save. Okay, once we have connected, click on next. Okay, again, we need to wait a little bit. Okay, and now click on next. Now select that you cannot use other device. Click on OK. Okay, and now very important thing. Now we have a possibility to sign in into our Google account, and we need to sign in into the same Google account on which we made the backup before. It is really, really important. So that's what I'm going to do right now. First, type your mail. Then click on next. And now we will have to type the password right now. And then simply click on next. Click on next once again. Click on agree. Alright, and now we have a possibility to select the backup that we want to restore. So now simply find the backup that you want to restore, then click on it, click on next. In my case, I also need to draw my lock screen pattern that I had when I was creating the backup. So simply draw it. Okay, and now select the things that you want to restore. When it comes to the Google Photos, Gmail, Contact, and Drive, those things are synced automatically. And in here below, we can select the things that we want to restore. It can be apps, contacts, SMS messages, device settings, and the call history. So in my case, I want everything except my apps. So I'll unselect them. And once you have selected everything that you want, click on Restore. Now the process will start. And now we have again the simple setup process. So in here you can select your unlock method. In my case, I'll click on skip because we can always set it later in the settings. When it comes to the Google services, they're really useful, so I'll always scroll down and click on accept. Same thing with the backup services. Make sure that photos and videos and other device data are enabled. It's really worth turning those features on. Now we need to select the default browser and the search engine. Click on next. In my case, I always pick the Google Chrome because it's the best in my opinion, and the Google as the search engine. Now we can click on continue to continue the setup or leave and get a reminder. I'll click on continue. And now we have the Gemini, which is the AI assistant. Let's click on continue, and in here we can enable the Hey Google sentence to launch the Gemini. It's completely up to you. In my case, I'll turn it on. Okay, in here simply click on no thanks. Now we need to wait a few seconds until the phone turns on. I mean until the loading screen is finished. Now click on next. Click on more and agree. Select the navigation method, gestures or the buttons. When you don't know how to use the gestures, in here we have a tutorial. When you click on learn, then click on done. Click on get started. And now we are ready to use our device. Also, don't disconnect from the Wi-Fi yet, because some of the things might still be installed from the Play Store, as you can see, and some things are also restoring right now. So wait until everything gets downloaded and restored, and then disconnect from the Wi-Fi if you want. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to check the serial number of this device. So let's start with opening the settings. This is the only way to check the serial number in this device. We do not have a separate secret code for that. So here in the settings we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find the option About Device. And here let's scroll down and go to the status, right here. And as you can see, the serial number is right here, right under the IMEI numbers. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to reset network preferences on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find System and Update. Then let's tap on Backup and Reset, and go to Reset Phone. And as you can see at the top, we've got the option I'm looking for, so Reset Network and Bluetooth settings. So let's tap on it. We have to verify our identity, so just do it. Your device will ask you if you really want to do it, so just tap on Reset. And now our device will basically reset the network. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to reset all settings on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here in this general list we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find System and Update. Then let's tap on Backup and Reset, and here tap on Reset Phone. Tap on Reset All Settings, confirm everything with your screen lock, and tap on Reset. Here you've got the warning that you cannot undo this action, so just tap on Reset if you're ready, and now we have to simply wait until this option will be accomplished. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to change the screen timeout on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. Let me go back quickly. And here in the settings we have to scroll and find Display and Brightness. Then let's scroll and find the option Auto Screen Off. And as you can see here, we've got some options from which we can choose. At the top, we've got relatively short options, and at the bottom, the longest, which is 30 minutes. So all you have to do is to tap on the option like to use. I'll pick 5 minutes. And as you can see, it is immediately notified right here, which means that from now on, after 5 minutes of inactivity, this device will black out. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to check the IMEI number of this device. So let's start with opening the dialer and entering a special code, which is *06#. And as you can see by this code, we are provided with both IMEI numbers of this device, so let's tap on OK, and let me show you another way through the settings. So we have to open them. Let me go back. Here we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find About Device. Then scroll down again and go to the status. And as you can see right here, we've got both IMEI numbers for both SIM slots. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to change video resolution on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app. And now we are in the standard photo mode, so let's switch to the video one. Just tap on the video, and if you can see the red color inside the shutter button, for sure you're on the video mode. So now we can take a look at this option bar at the top, and right in the middle we've got the resolution, so let's tap on it. And we've got 3 different options, so 720p, 1080p and 4K. All you have to do is to tap on the option which you'd like to use. I'll pick 4K. As you can see, the icon will immediately change, which means that from now on our device will use the chosen resolution whilst recording a video. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to clear credentials on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. Let me go back, and here in this general list we have to scroll and find Security and Privacy. Then let's scroll down again to localize the option More Security and Privacy, and scroll down again to find Credential Storage. And as you can see at the bottom we've got the option we're looking for, so remove all user certificates and confirm it with OK. we have to also confirm it with our screen lock. And not only we've got this information, but also this option is inactive, which means that we just successfully removed all saved certificates. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to turn off running apps on this device. So let's start with opening the recents. If you've got the 3 buttons navigation, simply tap on the button with 3 bars icon, and if you've got the gesture, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device and hold your finger somewhere here, so something like that. And here we've got the resets. Basically, if you wish, you can close them one by one manually just by tapping, just by swiping them up, sorry. And if you wish, and I highly recommend to do that actually, close all of them just upon close. And now we can open the recents to check, and here we've got no recent items, which means that we just successfully closed all background apps. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FE/FS and let me share with you how to reset camera preferences on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app. And I hope that you can see this green line. I've applied it before I've started recording because I'd like to show you a visual evidence that the reset option will work. So basically it should disappear after resetting. Now all we have to do is to tap on the 3 bars icon in the right upper corner and go to the settings. Here, let's scroll down to the very bottom to find Restore Defaults and tap on Restore to confirm. And as you can see, we just automatically got back to the camera and the green lines are not visible, which means that we just successfully reset all camera preferences. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14 FS, and today I will show you how you can format your SD card. So, to get started, you'll want to open up your settings application, and let me back up. And in the settings app, scroll down to About Device, and then click right here where it says SD card or storage, and scroll down. You'll find your SD card at the very bottom. Once you click on it, you can then find the option to Format SD card at the very bottom. So just click on it and then select Format SD card for portable storage, and when you do, it goes to a fully automatic reset of it, or factory format I should say, and once it's finished, it's ready to be used once again without any additional steps needed. Now I do have data on here that I don't want to get rid of it, like 50 gigs of it, so I'm not going to be formatting it. But in any case, I hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Welcome, in front of me is OPPO Reno 14 FS 5G, and in this video I will show you how to change DPI settings on the smartphone. So to do that, first you're gonna have to open settings. In settings, select display and brightness, and then scroll down until you see these 2 settings. First one is font, where you can change the font size from small to medium to large by moving this slider. You can select one of the available fonts or scroll for more in this tab. You can change the font weight by moving the bottom slider and use adaptive font weight if you switch the toggle to the right. Then click apply to apply new settings, and for display size you just have to go in this menu and then select switch between large, standard and small display sizes. Changes will be applied automatically once you leave this menu. And that's how you change DPI on your phone. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to clear the browser on this device. So let's start by opening the browser. In my case it will be Google Chrome, but no worries, this operation is pretty similar in all other browsers which are commonly used, so I'm pretty sure that you will be able to figure out how to do it on your own browser. Now all you have to do is to tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner and tap on Delete Browsing Data. So here we've got some basic options like visited websites, opened tabs, cookies cache, and other site data. Here we can change the time range from 15 minutes to, for example, 7 days or all time. It's totally up to you. And then tap on Delete Data. However, if you wish to remove some advanced browsing history, just tap on More Options, and here we've got them. So saved passwords, autofill from data, and site settings. If you wish to remove something, make sure that it is marked. I will remove everything. Here we've got also the time range again, so just mark the option and then tap on Delete Data. We just go back, here we've got the information, and it means that we just successfully removed the history. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to set the camera timer on this device. So let's begin with opening the camera app, and currently we are in the standard photo mode. So let's tap on the settings. They are in the right upper corner. I mean this three bars icon, and here we've got the option timer. So we've got three different options of 3 and 10 seconds delay. So just let me tap on 10 seconds delay. As you can see, it is immediately notified inside the shutter button. So let's simply tap on it, and now your device will count down from 10 or 3, I believe, depending on which option you've chosen, and after that time it will take a photo. As you can see, we've got an additional timer, let's say, which is right here. It is, I believe, connected with the nightlight. So first of all, let's turn off a regular timer, so this one. All you have to do is to tap on the three bars icon in the right upper corner and tap on off, and simply tap on this toggle here. So your device will quickly turn off this option, and from now on, your device will take photos right after touching the shutter button. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to change the system language on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll down, all the way down actually, to find the system and update option with the gear icon. Let's tap. Then we have to tap on language and region, and here tap on edit. So here we've been transferred to the full list of available languages from which we can choose. So all you have to do is to find yours and then tap on this plus icon next to it. Now let's tap on yes. And as you can see, from now on the whole system will be displayed in the chosen language. If you've got more than one language added right here, which will probably occur after changing the language, you can quickly reorder the languages in order to change them. So for example, let's pretend I wish to set English again. So just tap on it and hold it, and then drag it to the first position. Then let's tap on it to confirm, and as you can see, we've got English applied. If you wish to remove the languages from this list, just tap on edit, and here in this section we have to tap on this minus icon next to the language we wish to remove. And after getting back, you can see that we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to soft reset this device. So if you meet some kind of problems with your device, for example, if the screen does not respond, etc., and you wish to fix that, then I highly recommend to soft reset it. And all you have to do is to press the power button and the volume up button together and wait until you'll see the black screen and then the developer's logo. So let me try to do it. Let me press both of those buttons together. We've got this restart option here, but let's pretend we cannot tap on it. Keep pressing both of those buttons. Let's ignore it and wait. We've got black screen, which is a really good sign. Keep pressing. I recommend to press it until you will feel the vibration, and now we should see the developer's logo, but for some reason it is not working, but that's still okay. We just successfully turned off our device, so now we can simply power it on just by pressing the power button. Press it long until you'll see the developer's logo. Obviously, if you will press it long enough, I mean the power button and volume up button, you will eventually see this logo, but I released the buttons too fast, so don't do that. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to virus scan your device. So let's begin with finding and opening Phone Manager. So this is the app which is pre-installed on this device. It is provided by the developer, so for sure you've got one. Just open the list of all apps and here enter Phone Manager or scroll and find it. After finding and after entering, here we've got the option Viruses and Risks. So let's simply tap on it and then tap on Scan or Scan again, depending on whether you've scanned it before. And now your device will basically, obviously, scan itself in order to find any kind of malware, viruses, any kind of problems actually which can occur. And after that, it will basically show you the information about it and possible steps which you can take in order to get rid of the risks. So just be patient and wait for the results and take some actions if needed. So now let me maybe... I wanted to speed up the video, but as you can see, it was quite fast, and in my case everything is all right. As you can see under it, you've got also recommended optimizations which you can do in order to make your life with your device much better. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14 FS, and today I will show you how you can enable and also set up your portable hotspot. So, to get started, swipe down twice from the top of your screen, which will show you a bunch of toggles, one of them being our hotspot. If it's not visible on the first page, you can swipe to the left and this will show you additional pages, and that's where hotspot is located for me. You can see it right here. So once you see this toggle, first time around I recommend holding it, and this will quickly take you to the settings. Now, reason for navigating into the settings is the password. It is randomly generated. Without navigating here, I have no way of knowing what it is set to. I also recommend just clicking right here and automatically the device selects the password so you can get rid of it and change it. So I do recommend doing that. Your password will need to have at least 8 characters. From there you can save it and we can close it, and we don't ever have to go back here again. Now let's find the toggle, and now just simply tap on it whenever you want to turn it on. Once you're done using it, you can tap on this toggle once more to turn it off. Now hotspot will usually consume more of your phone's battery, so when you're done using it, it's best to turn it off so it doesn't waste your phone's battery. But with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14 FS, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So, to get started, you will want to pull down your notifications by swiping twice from the top of your screen, and then locate your Do Not Disturb mode. For me, it is visible on the first page of toggles, as there's 2 of them. You can see it right here. Once you see it, first time around I recommend holding it. This will quickly take you to the settings where you can customize how the mode will function once enabled. I recommend at least going through this once and seeing at least how it's set by default, and obviously changing things if they don't fit your exact needs. Once you have done so, you can close this up and you don't ever have to go back there again. And then whenever you want to enable Do Not Disturb mode, find the toggle and simply tap on it. First time you will get this pop-up, turn on do not disturb mode. It does have the box to don't remind me again, checked on by default, so if you don't change anything here and just click on turn on, this box will never show up again when you turn on the do not disturb mode in the future. Now once you're done using it, you can turn this mode off by just tapping on this toggle once again, and you will want to remember about it, as this mode will run indefinitely in the background if you don't turn it off yourself. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to block a number on this device. So let's start with opening the contact list. Find the contact which you wish to block and tap on it, and then scroll down to find the option block numbers. Then tap on block, and now here we've got this characteristic icon, which means that we will no longer receive any incoming calls or text messages from this number. Of course, you can unblock it the same way right here, so just tap on unblock numbers, but let me leave it like this. We will check whether it will appear on the blacklist. So to open the blacklist, we have to tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner and go to the settings. Here in this general, we have to tap on blocked numbers, and this is our blacklist. That's the number we blocked from our contacts. This is the previous one. Here we've got also the option add a phone number. So as you can see, we do not have to have our number saved. We can just enter it manually and tap on block. Moreover, at the top we've got the option unknown, so we can block the calls from all unidentified callers. Just tap on the switcher to turn it on, and tap on it again to turn it off according to your needs. And if you wish to unblock the number, just tap on this X button right next to it and tap on unblock. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to allow unknown sources on this device. Alright, so let's pretend I'd like to download the app from other place than the Play Store. We have to allow the specific app and grant it a permission. So we have to begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll down to find the option Security and Privacy. Then let's scroll down again to find more Security and Privacy. And here we have to localize the option Installation Sources. So let's tap. So basically and defaultly, we've got the Google Play Store as an installation source. But let's pretend I wish to download the app from Chrome, so from the browsers, from the specific website. So all we have to do is to simply tap on the switcher. Your device will ask you if you really want to do it, and then let's tap on allow. Basically, you have to know that you're doing it on your own responsibility, because some third-party apps aren't verified by the developer, so you may put your data and actually whole device at risk. So remember about that and choose the apps wisely. Of course, it works the same with all other apps. Just tap on the switcher next to it, and if you wish to, you can remove previously granted permissions just by tapping on the switcher again. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to check for the software updates on this device. So first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required, and simply for checking you can use Wi-Fi or mobile data. But if you will decide to download the update, I highly recommend to switch to the Wi-Fi so we can avoid some charges. So we have to start with opening the settings, and here scroll down to the very bottom to find system and update. Moreover, at the top you will have this information if you've got the update pending, so you won't miss the opportunity for sure. And you've got also this red dot next to the system and update. However, let's simply tap on it and then tap on system and update. Software update. And basically after entering, your device will immediately check for available updates, and you can meet two different scenarios. The first one is where your device is up to date and there's nothing to download. So basically it will show you the information that you're fine, you're good to go, and you don't need to download anything. And here we've got the second one where we've got the update available. So our device will show us the information, what has been fixed, what has been added, what's new, etc. So as you can see in this one, we've got quite a lot of things. So all we have to do is to simply tap on download and install. And your device will basically do everything automatically. You don't have to worry about anything. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can reboot OPPO Reno 14FS. Alright, so let's begin. Maybe I will tell you before that why actually rebooting your device is good. Let's begin with that during that process our RAM gets freed up. And thanks to that, it can help with some problems. For example, when the phone is lagging, when the screen gets frozen, it's always good to perform a reboot. And so it can help simply with the performance of our device. During my day-to-day use of this OPPO, it helped me a few times. Actually, it helped me always when it gets lagged. It's always worth rebooting it. It always helped me when it comes to that. Alright, so how to do it? First we need to open up the power menu. We do it by clicking the power button and volume up, just like that. And now all we need to do is to simply drag this white ball into the restart, and now simply release your finger. Now we need to wait a few seconds until the device turns off, and after a few seconds, it will be automatically turned on. Also, I'm always testing those things before sharing with you, so you don't need to worry. It works every time. Alright, that's all on this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to change the ringtone on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here, let me go back, and here we have to scroll down to find sounds and vibration. Then let's scroll down, and here we've got this ringtone and alert sounds, and let's tap on the ringtone which is connected with the incoming calls. So here we've got two different sections which are pre-installed from which we can choose the ringtone from, so classic and nature. And here we've got also this custom option. So basically after tapping on it, you will be transferred to your own files. If you've got something recorded or downloaded from the internet, and obviously if it is compatible, then you will be able to choose it and set it as your own ringtone. But I will pick something from the nature ones. Let me simply tap on it, and in order to listen how the particular ringtone sounds, you have to basically tap on it, and then your device will allow you to listen to it and decide whether you like it or not. So let's pretend I wish to set maybe this blanket of snow as my ringtone. So all I have to do is to simply tap on it, just like I would like to listen to it, make sure that it is marked, and go back. Let's go back again, and as you can see, it is notified right here, which means that from now on our device will use the chosen ringtone to notify us about the incoming call. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can capture a screenshot on this phone. So to get started, you will want to open up content that you wish to capture, which for me I'll be using the home screen as an example for this. And as that is already open and visible on my device. So once the content that you wish to capture is visible, simply press power button and volume down at the same time. And after holding it for a couple of seconds, or about a second or so, it captures the screenshot. First time around, you will get this pop-up right here letting you know that you can also capture a couple different versions of screenshots with 3-finger gestures. Now these alter between hold, swipes down, but primarily all of them are just 3-finger swipe down with some alterations depending on, like, as you can see, which one you want to capture. I'm gonna select Got It right here. And I'm going to capture one more screenshot just so you can see that pop up. There we go. And you can see once you capture it, it gives you a scroll and share options. And the same thing will show up if you do it this way. Now, once your screenshots are captured, you can find them by going into your Photos application and another video. Let me go back. There we go. You can see under Today, we have all 3 screenshots that I have captured just a moment ago, and we can also navigate to Albums and Screenshots. And here, you'll find all screenshots along with also screen recording. The last one was a screen recording. So here are the 3 screenshots that I captured, and also, like I mentioned, the screen recording. So anyway, with that being said, hope you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to enable the developer options on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find the option About Device. Then we have to scroll down and find the special number which is called build number or version number. So let's go to the version, and as you can see it is at the top. So now we have to keep tapping on it until we will see that we are in the developer mode, and if you've got the screen lock, just enter it to confirm. Here we've got the information that now we are a developer. So now we can go back to the general list of the settings and go to System and Update. Then let's tap on Developer Options, and here we've been transferred to the full list of available options from which we can choose. So for example, we can disable the USB audio routing, show view updates, change window animation scale. Here we've got some options which are connected with the no working, etc. So basically, to turn on the feature, you have to simply tap on the switcher on it, and it will be immediately activated and applied. And you can turn it off the same way. If you've got the options without the switcher, simply tap on them to open more options to choose from. If you're done with customization of developer options, you can turn them off. Just go to the very top of the list and tap on the switcher. Your device will need to be restarted, so just tap on the restart. I don't want to do it. However, after this operation, the developer options will disappear from the System and Update settings. But of course, no worries, you can customize them again. Just go back to the version number step and keep tapping. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to update the apps on this device. So first of all, make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required, and I highly recommend to use Wi-Fi instead of mobile data so you can avoid some additional charges. And then make sure that you've got your Google account added to the device. Without it, you will not be able to follow my steps. So either you can do it after entering the Play Store, or you can do it using the settings. If you wish, you can check our tutorial of how to add or remove a Google account in this specific device. Alright, so let's start finally. Let's open the Play Store, and now all we have to do is to tap on the circle in the right upper corner, which is our account. Then let's tap on Manage Apps and Device, and here we can either tap on Manage or here on Updates Available. Let's tap on it, and here we've got the full list of the updates pending, and if you wish, you can update them one by one manually just by tapping on Update next to the specific app, or you can update all, but do it before tapping on specific updates, because as you can see, instead of Update All, we've got right now Cancel All. Moreover, we can go to Manage and tap on Updates Available, and basically we've got the same list here, but the operation is a little bit different because here you can mark the apps which you wish to update, so you don't have to do it one by one. And then after marking, just tap on this update icon, and your device will obviously download the updates, and after that they will be automatically applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to show battery percentage on the status bar in this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find Notifications and Quick Settings. Here let's go to the status bar, And as you can see, we've got two different options which are connected with the battery. So we've got the battery style and percentage. And obviously I could focus on the battery percentage, but the percentage strongly depends on the specific battery style. Let me explain. Now we've got the battery style horizontal set. I mean horizontal battery style, that sounds better. So we've got it, and after tapping on battery percentage, you can see that we've got actually three different ways of showing or not showing battery percentage. We can show it inside the battery icon, outside the battery icon, and now we can see that is much more visible, and do not show it at all. So three different options. However, maybe inside. However, if we'll change the battery style from horizontal to vertical option, the only way to show battery percentage is next to the battery icon. Obviously, it is because of the graphical limitations of the battery style. Basically, in the vertical, we do not have enough space to put the percentage inside, but I just wanted to show you that there is a difference between different styles. The same situation in the loop option, and obviously in the do not show it, we can either show the battery percentage or hide it completely, so we do not have any kind of information about our battery. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to change the keyboard language on this device. So let's begin with opening the app which will provide you with the keyboard. So for example, messages, notes, browser, settings, whatever, just have the keyboard on the screen. And as you can see now, we've got the language which we wish to change. So let's simply tap on the settings icon in the upper panel, so the gear icon, and here tap on languages. Now we have to tap on add keyboard. And here we've been transferred to the full list of available keyboards from which we can choose. So of course you can scroll and try to find it, or you can enter the name of the language which you wish to apply, if you can, if you've got the keyboard which you understand. So just tap on English in my case, and I will pick the UK one. So just tap on it. Now we can choose the keyboard layout, and basically the layout depends on the specific language. Sometimes you've got only one, and sometimes even up to 7 or 10 different layouts. So just mark the option and then tap on done. And as you can see, it has been immediately applied to the list. However, if I would like to also show you how to use the keyboard with 2 or more languages added, here we've got a hint. Basically, we've got a globe icon, thanks to which we can change the keyboard layout. So just tap on it to set the specific layout. So to remove the language, we have to open the settings again, tap on the languages, and here in this section we have to tap on this edit icon in the right upper corner. Now we can mark the languages which we would want to remove and tap on the trash bin icon, and we've got only one language applied. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in front of me I have OPPO Reno 14 FS, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can easily restart your device. Alright, we have 2 methods how we can restart this device, and let me show you both of them. So the first and the most common method is a simple reboot using the power menu. This method is of course recommended when we have access to the phone and when the screen is responsive. Rebooting of your device might help with some performance issues. So to reboot this device, we need to launch the power menu first. We do it by clicking the power button and volume up, just like that, and now the power menu appeared. Now simply drag this white ball into the restart, and now release your finger. After a few seconds, the device will be turned on again automatically, and we will be ready to use it. When it comes to the second method, it's called the forced restart. It's recommended, for example, when the screen is unresponsive, when the phone is lagged, frozen, in that kind of situations. So to do it, we need to hold the power button and volume up button at the same time, but we need to wait and we need to keep holding both of the buttons until the phone vibrates and the OPPO logo appears. So let's keep holding both of the buttons. Alright, as you can see, the screen turned off. We need to keep holding until the OPPO logo appears. Okay, when it appears, we can release our fingers, and just like in the previous method, we need to wait a few seconds until the phone turns on. Also, rebooting your device or restarting also frees up the RAM, so thanks to that, our device can work a little bit faster and better. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to add the fingerprint to this device. So let's begin with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll down and find security and privacy. Then let's scroll and find device unlock and tap on fingerprint and face unlock. Tap on fingerprint. If you've got any kind of screen lock, you have to enter it to confirm the whole step. And here we've got the reminder about the screen protector. Basically, if you're using one, be aware because it might affect the sensor. So be aware about that. Alright, so here we've got the sensor. Let's put our finger on it. And now we have to do it multiple times in order to add the fingerprint fully and try to catch every part of it for better recognition. So just change the position of the finger. Now the edges. Alright, so let's tap on done. I don't want to use the face unlock. So here we've got our fingerprint section. This is the fingerprint we just added. We can rename it or remove it. Add another fingerprint. Here we can decide for what we want to use our fingerprint for. So among others, screen lock, app lock, hide apps, and data protection. Here we've got the fingerprint animation, so if you wish you can change it. It's totally up to you. Just tap on the option that it will be applied. And here you can decide whether you'd like to show the fingerprint icon when the screen is off. Alright, so now all we have to do is to lock our device and check if it is working. So we've got the sensor, let me put my finger on it, and as you can see the device is unblocked, which means that we just successfully added the fingerprint. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can put this device into recovery mode. So, to get started, we need to turn off our device by holding power button and volume up, and then you want to swipe down to turn off your device. After a moment, you'll feel a vibration, which means that the device is now fully powered down, and we can now hold power button and volume down instead. Now, the moment you see logo, let go of the power button, but keep holding volume down. This presents us with the language selection. Now, on the camera it's barely visible, but there are two other languages. So we have the last one, English, so that's what I'm going to select. And in here we only have three options, which two of them are just ways of leaving this mode. So we have format data, which is a factory reset of the device, deletes all the data from it, and it's only protected by a code right here that you just need to type in as a confirmation. And this is completely unrelated to your screen lock. And then we have the reboot device, which you can barely see right here, and power off. And when I click on it, you can see reboot device and power off. So anyway, I'm gonna click on the reboot device. The bottom, just a confirmation. So we're gonna click on OK. And this will bring us back to Android. And as you can see, we're now back in Android. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to enable the Google backup on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find System and Update. Then let's go to Backup and Reset. And here, as you can see, we've got this Google Backup section. So just tap on Google account and tap on Next. Tap on Add Account and make sure that you've got the internet connection because it is required for this operation. Of course, confirm everything with your screen lock. And here in this step, we can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone. So let me do it and tap on Next. Alright, so right here we have to enter our password, and let me do this out of the screen. Alright, and tap on Next. Here we have to decide who will be using this device, so just mark the option and then tap on Next. Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. Here we've got the information about using biometrics to verify purchases. It's totally up to you. You can simply turn it off just by tapping on the switcher. Up to you, as I said. And here we can decide what kind of data we would like to back up. So photos and videos or other device data or both. You can of course choose both. I'll pick only this one and tap on Confirm. Tap on Manage Backup, and here we've got our backup section where we can check how much space we've got left. We can manage the storage here, so for example remove some unnecessary files. Under it we've got backup details, so we can check what has already been backed up. And to finish everything, simply tap on Backup Now, and now your device is backing up your data, of course after entering your screen lock to confirm. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno F14 FS, and let me share with you how to add or remove a Google account in this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find users and accounts. Under it, we've got our Google section, and I'm not sure if I told you that, but I'd like to start with removing the account because I'm already logged in. And you can do it using the Google section, but I think it's much easier to use users and accounts, especially because this Google section will transfer you to users and accounts. So, so basically you will end up in the same spot. So let's go to users and accounts, and here we've got our account. So let's tap on it. Tap on the three dots icon in the right upper corner and tap on Remove Account. Then remove account again, confirm it with OK, and verify with the screen lock. And as you can see, we do not have our Google account here, which means that we just successfully removed it. Obviously, if you wish to add the account, you can again use the Google section or users and accounts, totally up to you. Just tap on Add Account and choose Google. Make sure that you've got the internet connection, of course, because it is required. You can use Wi-Fi or mobile data. And here in this step, you can either create a new account if you do not have your own yet, or simply type your email or phone. So let me do it and tap on Next. And right here, we have to enter the password. So let me do this out of the screen. Alright, we've got it, so let's tap on Next. Here we have to decide who will be using this device, so just mark the option and then tap on Next. Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy, you can tap on them to learn more and tap on I agree after reading. Here we've got the shortcut of backup and storage info, so just tap on Accept. And as you can see, we just successfully added our Google account to this device. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to change the 3-buttons navigation into the gestures and the gestures to 3-button navigation. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll down and find System and Update. Then let's tap on System Navigation, and as you can see here, we've got our 2 options from which we can choose. So if you've got the gestures and you'd like to set it to buttons, just tap on this option. Here, as you can see, you can customize the buttons, so you can reorder the back button and the recents. You can decide which configuration is better for you. And here we've got others, so Circle to Search and Digital Assistant from Google. Up to you totally. If you've got the buttons and you'd like to set the gestures, just tap on this animation or just tap on this dot, and your device will ask you if you want to go through the tutorial and learn how to use the gestures. Of course, you can tap on this option. I don't want to. I will also explain in a second how to use the gestures. So obviously, instead of the 3 buttons, we've got this line, which is responsible for some actions. We can hide it if you wish, just by using this first option. Just tap on hide and now it will be hidden, obviously. Here you can also customize the vibration on the back navigation, switch to previous app, mistouch prevention. You can learn gestures again if you wish. And here we've got the sensitivity connected with the back gesture, and to be honest, I highly recommend to get back to this option after a while of using the gestures, so you will be able to decide whether you need the sensitivity to be higher or lower. It will be also connected, for example, with the fact whether you're using case or not, whether you're playing games, watching videos, etc. Alright, so in order to get back to the previous page, just like by using the back button, you have to swipe your finger from the side to the center of your device. And if you can see this arrow, you can release the finger. And the same situation from the right side. If you wish to get back directly to the home page, swipe your finger from the bottom to the center of your device and make sure that this motion is quick and short. So something like that. And if you wish to open the recents, repeat the gesture, so from the bottom to the center, but hold your finger somewhere here. Something like that. And here we've got the recents. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a WhatsApp backup on OPPO Reno 14 FS. Alright, so all we need to do is to open up our WhatsApp. Once we are here, as you can see, I have some messages and I want to backup them. To do it, we need to click on those 3 dots in the top right corner and now click on the settings. Now we need to find the chats, scroll down a little and find chat backup. Alright, and now let's discuss a few things. Let's begin with the Google account. It is actually the most important part. In my case, currently this Google account is selected, and it means that on this Google account, in the cloud of it actually, our backup will be saved and stored. So if we want to restore that backup in the future, we'll need to be logged into the same Google account that we have selected right in here before we hit the backup button. It is really important. Of course, if you want, you can click on Add Account and add another one. Alright, below we have the automatic backups. Defaultly, this option is set on off, but in my case, I put it on the monthly, which means that each month, automatically, the backup will be made, and I don't need to do this manually. Pretty convenient thing and comfortable, and I highly recommend selecting one of those modes. Everything is, of course, up to you. Let's make sure that we also include the videos in our backup, because this option defaultly is set on off. And if you want some extra security level, you can enable end-to-end encrypted backup. If you turn it on, you'll be able to create a unique password that you will need to type in the future if you want to restore your chats. But be aware that if you create that password and when you forget it, you won't be able to restore your chats. So be aware of that, but it's not necessary to create a backup. This is like extra feature. Alright, also make sure that you have some free Google storage space, and then hit the backup button. Now the process will start. Alright, the backup has been successfully made. We can see right in here, last backup, we can see the hour, and as you take a look, it's the same hour. So everything went fine. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can unlock your OPPO Reno 14 FS without password. Okay, but before we begin, before I show you the steps, let's discuss a few things. The first thing is please only try to unlock your phone, in no other case someone else's, because that's, you know, unethical and it's also illegal. So have that in mind. Also, we need to remember about that all of our data will be deleted after this process. So if you don't want to lose your data, you shouldn't perform this method. And also after the reset, during the setup process, you'll have to log in into the account that you were using before the reset. I mean the Google account. That's the FRP. So you need to have that in mind. Okay, so let's start. As you can see, my device is locked. I cannot remember my password and what to do. So we need to power off our device first. Let's click the power button and volume up button at the same time and select the power off. Okay, and now we will have to enter the recovery mode. To do it, we need to hold the power button and volume down button at the same time. So keep holding both of the buttons. And when the OPPO logo appears, we can release the finger from the power button, but we need to keep holding volume down. Okay, in here we need to select our language. To move around this menu, we can use the volume keys, or we can simply use our finger. It's completely up to you. Now we need to select format data, and now we need to type this code using our keyboard. Okay. Now it's the last thing, that's the last moment to stop, because when we click on format right now, our data will be deleted. So that's the last moment when you can stop. You can see that data has been formatted, click on OK, and now the device has turned off. Within a few seconds it will be turned on, and the next thing that we need to do is to set it up. And remember that you'll have to log in into the account that you were, the Google account that you were using before the reset to go through. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment and subscribe.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to add the photo to contact in this device. So let's start with opening your contact list. Find the contact which you wish to edit and then tap on it. I'll pick maybe this one. Now we have to tap on this edit icon in the right upper corner, so tap on the pencil icon and tap on add picture. So now we can choose the photo from device photos, Google Photos, Monogram, etc. So here we can either tap on the camera and take a photo of someone who's right in front of us. We can choose our photo from the gallery or Google Photos, because here we've got our backed up photos. We can also use Monogram, so you can use the first letter of the name or the surname, or both, totally up to you. And no, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. Okay. Here you can change the background and the font, or you can, instead of using Monogram, you can also use emoji. So just tap on emoji, and here you can choose something which you prefer. It's totally up to you. Or illustrations, which are free of charge and they are available online. So if you do not have any idea how to customize the profile picture, I think that here we've got a lot of really pretty or interesting options from which you can choose. So let me pick this parrot. And here you've got also presets, so you can change the colors. It's up to you. And it doesn't matter if you will choose the illustration or photo or camera, so you will take a photo. You can change the frame, so basically you can zoom in or out the photo. You can change the position of it. You can also change the size of this highlighted circle. I know that you're not really seeing that, but trust me, here we've got highlighted circle, and you can decide what you will see later on. So position it just like you want to, and then tap on choose and tap on save in the right upper corner. And this is how our contacts will look like. Of course, you will be able to see this photo on the contact list and, for example, during all incoming calls from that specific number. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FE and FS, sorry. And I would like to share with you how to change date and time on this device. So let's begin with opening the settings. Right here we have to scroll down to the very bottom actually to find system and update. Then let's tap on date and time. And here we've got some options which are right now inactive. It is because we are using the automatic time and the time zone. So first of all, we have to turn off both of those options, both of those switchers. And now we can freely tap on date and change it just by swiping. The same with the time, just swipe to change the time to the desired one. Here we can also change the time format. We can use either 12-hour format or 24-hour one. Just tap on the option which you'd like to use. And the time zone, tap on it. And here we've been transferred to the full list of available time zones. So find yours and tap on it and it will be immediately applied. Here we've got also dual clock. So basically your device will display two different clocks. The first one from the place you're currently in, I mean basically the time which is set here, and the second one from the time from any other place in the world of your choice. So you can just tap on it and select different cities. You can search for it. For example, it could be Warsaw or any other. No, for some reason we do not have Warsaw, but that's okay. Search for a city. Hello? Can we do maybe London? Okay, for some reason it doesn't work in my case. But that's okay, you know the whole idea of the dual clock. And here you can display where you can decide where you want to display the dual clock on. So lock screen, home screen, or both. It's totally up to you. Or you can completely turn it off. And this is the whole manual customization of date and time actually. As you can see, we cannot change the date format, only time format. And if you wish to get back to previous settings, so the time zone and time set automatically, simply tap on those switchers right here. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can restore the WhatsApp backup on OPPO Reno 14S. Alright, so let's say that you have bought a new phone and you are afraid that you will lose all of your chats on the WhatsApp. Don't worry, in this video I'll show you how you can easily restore them. Also, if you don't know how to create a WhatsApp backup, you can check out our channel. There is a video and I'm showing step by step how to create that backup, so you will know how to do it. Also, before we open up our WhatsApp, we need to make sure that when we open up the settings and when we scroll to the downside, that in the Google, we are logged into the same Google account that we have selected when we are making a backup. It is really crucial because if you'll be logged into other Google account, there's a huge chance that you won't be able to restore the chats. So check it before opening the WhatsApp. And now let's restore our chats. So let's open up the WhatsApp. In here we can select our language, then click on agree and continue. Now in here, in this bar, we need to type our phone number. Then we'll have to click next, and we will also have to verify it. We have two methods. We have the SMS code or the missed call. You just need to pick the option that you want. And now let me quickly type the phone number and I'll see you once I have verified it. Alright, and once you have verified your phone number, something like that should appear. Contacts and media. Now click on continue, click on allow, allow, and allow. And now, as you can see, we have option to restore our chats. Below we can see when the last backup was made. Below we can see its size and the account on which we made it. And as you take a look, it's the same Google account that I was showing you in the settings right in here. So everything is correct. Alright. And now we need to click on restore, and remember that if you don't do it now, there is a chance that you won't be able to restore the chats later. So we should do this right now. Click on restore. Now the process will start. In my case, it won't take long. Of course, everything depends how much messages you have. Okay, 10 messages restored. Now click on next. In here you can type your name and also change the profile photo if you want. Then click on next. Okay, and now, as you take a look, all of the messages, including videos and the photos, has been successfully restored, so everything went just like it should. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can enable power saving mode on this phone. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen twice, which will extend the list of visible toggles and reveal your power saving mode somewhere here. Now for me it is on the first page, but we do have 2 pages to this. Now once you see the toggle, you can simply tap on it. It will bring up this window, turn on power saving mode. Battery life will be extended by system performance by, wow, it would help if I would actually be literate. But system performance will be reduced and some functions will be disabled. Now, this pop-up does have this box checked on by default, do not show again. So I'm gonna keep it on so this doesn't pop up again and it automatically will just become enabled the moment you turn it on the second time. Let's click on turn on, and there we go. Now, this little message that I just read was a little bit vague in terms of what it will change, so let me give you a bit more info so you're fully aware of what's going to happen. So number one, screen refresh rate will be reduced. Should be, though this still looks to be 120 Hertz, so usually it should be reduced. Maybe they forgot to do that in the update or whatever. So that's one thing. Another thing that will be the most important option that will be happening is the Wi-Fi and mobile data will be disabled when the device is not being used for some kind of prolonged period of time, which at that point it goes to kind of like the sleep mode, which will be this, just locked away and not used. So it disconnects from Wi-Fi and mobile data to preserve battery life, and because of that you won't be getting notifications that require internet access, because the device won't have internet access as long as you're not using it. Now there are 2 options: either it reconnects every so often to check if it's missing something, or it doesn't. I have no clue which one it is, but I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out pretty quickly the moment you start using power saving mode and not receiving, for instance, notifications until you actually wake it up and then you get spammed with a dozen notifications at once. Obviously that would imply that the latter is in effect. So anyway, once you're done with the power saving mode and you want to turn it off, find the toggle once again and tap on it once more to turn it off. This will obviously revert all the changes and go back to functioning as it did before. So with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to activate automatic system updates on this device. So in this video I'd like to show you 2 different ways of enabling the automatic system update. The first one is user friendly and the second one requires opening the developer options. So let's begin. Let's start with opening the settings. And here we have to scroll down to the very bottom to find the option System and Update. Then let's tap on Software Update, and here tap on the 3 dots icon in the right upper corner. Now let's tap on Auto Update, and here we've got this option Auto Download. Let's tap on it and make sure that it is changed from Do Not Allow to Wi-Fi. I do not recommend using mobile data or Wi-Fi or mobile data because your device will basically use mobile data if it is available, and it may cause some additional charges. So let's be honest, we are trying to avoid that. So only use Wi-Fi. Moreover, here we've got the option Auto Update Overnight, which is quite a nice option. Here you've got the explanation that after turning on this option, your device will be automatically updated between 2 and 5 a.m. So usually those are the hours when we are sleeping and we don't really need our device. So I highly recommend to do that. And the second way, as I said, is more developer, more advanced. So all we have to do is to scroll down to the bottom to find About Device. Here let's scroll down and go to the version, and localize this version number. Now keep tapping on it until you'll see the information that you're in the developer mode. Probably you will have to enter your screen lock if you've got one to confirm. So just do it and then go back. Let's tap on System and Update again and tap on Developer Options. And here all we have to do is to scroll down just a little bit to find this option Automatic System Updates and simply tap on the switcher. And from now on, since this option is active, your device is allowed to apply the updates whenever the device is restarted and obviously whenever the update is available. However, this is more developer option, as I said before, and there is a probability that you won't even notice that your device is downloading the update. So, as I said, it's much more advanced, so it depends on you whether you prefer to have more control over your device. Then I highly recommend to use the first option, and if you don't really care, you just want to have the update completed, I highly recommend to use this one. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to enable the night light or eye comfort mode. So let's start with the customization of this mode, and after that I'll show you much faster access to this feature. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to find display and brightness. Here let's scroll and find eye comfort and sleep. And let me simply ignore this bedtime mode. I would like to focus on this eye protection, and even not the smart one, but the custom. So just tap on the switcher to turn on the eye comfort, and now you can see that the screen turns a little bit yellowish or amber. It is in order to filter the blue light. What's more, it will be much easier for you to look at the screen at the dim light. So if you're a night owl, then I highly recommend to use this mode. I would like to omit the smart option because basically it varies based on the light conditions, so there's nothing to customize it here. But the custom one, let's simply tap on it, allows us to change different sections. So for example, here we've got the switcher, thanks to which we can change the intensity of that feature. By going to the left, we can make it much cooler. Actually, it is not really that visible. We can turn it off quickly to check the changes. I mean, maybe a slight difference. And by going to the right, we can make it much warmer. It's actually almost orange. So of course, position it on the place which is the most comfortable for you. Here we've got also display effects. So basically we can display the colors normally or display everything in black and white manner. As you can see on this preview, we've got everything in black and white. So that's quite nice, I believe. It depends on your personal preferences. Moreover, we can schedule that feature. So just tap on schedule, tap on the switcher, and basically we can turn it on and off on the specific hours. We can set them, so turn on at 6 and turn off at 5. And obviously your device will follow the schedule. So it's quite nice also. So this is the whole customization of eye protection mode, and if you wish to have much faster access to this option, simply unroll the top bar. Let's unroll it fully to open this section, and now we have to find the eye comfort icon, which is right here. So just tap on it to turn it on and tap on it again to turn it off. Moreover, if you wish to customize it again, you do not have to go through the settings again. Just tap on it and hold it, and then your device will drag you directly to eye comfort and sleep section. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up. Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to change the wallpaper on this device. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find wallpapers and style. Then let's tap on this wallpaper section, and as you can see, we've been transferred to the full list of pre-installed wallpapers from which we can choose. At the top you can also enter your album, and obviously you'll set your own photo as a wallpaper, or tap on more wallpapers, and if you will log in to the OPPO account, then you will be able to download some of those beautiful wallpapers and apply them, of course, to your home screen. I don't want to waste time on logging in, so let me choose something from pre-installed options. Maybe maybe this one. Just tap on the specific wallpaper to check the preview, or maybe not. And now I am wasting time. All right, this one. So just tap on it to check the wallpaper on the full screen, and then tap on Apply To. Now you can decide where you want to set it, so as a lock screen, home screen, both, or the carousel. I'll pick both options, so let me tap on it. Right here we've got the lock screen, but after swiping we can check the home screen, and instead of applying the wallpaper we can apply the solid color or gradient. So let's tap on it. As you can see here, you've got gradient colors, solid colors. You can also change the colors, so you can change the intensity, you can make it more pale or pastel like, and here we've got also vibrant colors, so it's basically up to you. I think I would like to match it with the lock screen. And here you've got also something like style. I mean, you can blur it if you wish. It's totally up to you. And here you've got system colors. So you've got the wallpaper colors, or those which are, let's say, pre-installed. You can also custom them. Got it, custom. And you can choose the colors from the wallpaper by just dragging this those circles and choosing the color which you like the most, which is a quite nice option, I would say. We can do something like that. All right. And then go back and it will be applied. All right, so to finish everything, simply tap on Apply in the right upper corner. Now let's wait. We can go back, and as you can see, the wallpaper has been applied successfully. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can reset OPPO Reno 14FS. Alright, when it comes to the resetting of our OPPO, we have two methods how we can do it. The first method that I recommend when we have access to the phone and when the phone is fully responsive is reset through the settings. So let's begin with that method. Let's open up our settings. Let's scroll down all the way into the bottom until we find System and Update. Now, find the backup and reset. It's always good to have the backup of our data if we want to restore it in the future. If you don't know how to create it, you can do it right in here, or you can find out the video on our channel when I'm showing you how you can do it step by step. Creating a backup is a really easy method. But now let's go straight to resetting this device. Click on Reset Phone, and in here on the bottom we have Erase All Data function. It will reset our device into the factory settings. That's the thing that we want to achieve, but in here besides we can also reset network and Bluetooth settings or reset all settings. Alright, to factory reset our device, click on Erase All Data and now draw your lock screen pattern to confirm. Remember that all of your data will be permanently erased. Okay, so now simply draw your lock screen if you have one, and then follow the instruction on the screen and your device will be first turned off, then it will be automatically turned on, and the next step is setting up your device. And when it comes to the second method that I was talking about before, it's our reset using the recovery mode. The recovery mode method is recommended, for example, when we cannot perform the first method or when the phone is lagged, frozen, and basically when it's unresponsive. So to perform that kind of reset, we need to power off our device first, click the power button and volume up button, and click on the power off. Now let's wait a few seconds. And now, to enter the recovery mode, we need to use the two button combination. We need to hold the power button and volume down button at the same time until we see the OPPO logo. When it appears, we can release the finger from the power button, but we need to keep holding volume down. So click both buttons. Now release the finger from the power button, but keep holding volume down. Alright, now we are in the recovery mode. To move around this menu, we can use the volume keys, just like that, or we can also use our fingers. Now we need to select Format Data. Now we need to type this verification code using our keyboard. And now we need to click on Format remember that all of your data will be also erased from the device. So click on the format. Now the process has started. It won't take long. Alright, data formatted, click on OK, and now the phone will be automatically turned on within a few seconds. And next step is setting it up. Alright, that's all on this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome, and follow me as the OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through recovery mode. So, to get started, I will mention that you can do this reset in order to get rid of a screen lock that you might have set on your lock screen that, let's just say, you don't remember. Now, no matter which way you go about it, you want to start off by turning off your device, which you can do by holding the power button and the volume up, and then swiping down to turn off your phone. Give it a moment, you will feel a vibration which indicates the device is now fully turned off, at which point you can hold power button and volume down at the same time, and when you see OPPO logo on the screen, you can then let go of the power button, but keep holding the volume down till we have the language selection page. There we go. So from here, I'm going to click on English, which is not very visible on the screen or on the recording, but it's right here. And next, we want to click on Format Data. There's two other options, Reboot Device and Power Off, which again, you can't see because of the exposure on the camera. So anyway, let's click on Format Data. It shows you a random code right here. So for me, it's 2490. This is just a confirmation code that you need to put in. It changes every time you enter here. This is completely unrelated to a screen lock. And just to kind of show this, if I go back and click on it again, now it's 2146. So anyway, 2146. Once you type it in correctly, it brings up this window right here, Format Data. All user data will be reset, and we just want to click on Format. Now this goes through a very quick format, gives you a message, data formatted, I'm going to click on OK, and this automatically reboots the device and continue resetting it in the background. Now, for this to finish, it's going to take the device about 2 minutes or so, give or take like a minute, and once, like I said, it's finished, we will be presented with the setup screen, so I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14FS, and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalizations. So let's begin with the personalization. We have to open the settings. Hello? We have to open the settings and here scroll down to find this Google section. Then let's tap on all services, scroll and find the ads. So right now I highly recommend to reset advertising ID and then delete it. And basically it will not limit the amount of advertisements. However, they won't be that much personalized, which is, I believe, quite a nice option to do. So first of all, as I said, reset advertising ID, tap on confirm, and then delete advertising ID. So this is the first step which you can take. The second one is to try to limit the notifications from apps which are showing you the advertisements. So let's pretend I get them from Play Store. So just find the app and tap on it, and then tap on app info. I mean, tap on it and hold it to open more options. So here we've got Google Play Store, and all we have to do is to tap on manage notifications. And here under it, we have to scroll down, and here we've got different categories which are connected with which are shown by the specific app. And I highly recommend to simply find those which are connected with the advertisements and remove them. I mean, turn them off. So for example, payments, deals, and recommendations, it sounds like advertisements, right? So just tap on the switcher to turn off those notifications. Another thing which you can do, obviously, is to find the ad block, and not only the ad block for the browser, but also those for apps. Moreover, I highly recommend to simply try to find any kind of different apps. So for example, if your file manager is showing you a lot of advertisements, then find any kind of third-party file manager which will not. So in the Play Store, of course, you will have to log in and have internet connection to be able to use that. Simply tap on search, tap on the section, and enter adblock. And as I said, you can use the adblock browser, adblock for apps, etc. Just try to find proper apps, and what I can recommend is to use those apps, download the apps which are highly rated, so you can be sure that they are legit. And as I said, try to find the replacement for the apps which are showing you advertisements. So for example, try to find another file manager. I'm sure that you will be able to to find different apps to replace the others. As you can see, we've got a lot of file managers here. And the last option, which I highly recommend to do, is to go to the settings. Here, let's scroll to the top and go to connection and sharing. And here, let's set private DNS. Even though we've got the automatic one, let's tap on specified one. And what I want you to enter here is dns.adguard.com. And tap on save. And if you will enter it, you will simply place a shield which will protect you from the advertisements. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, you will obviously want to open up your settings application. We have right over here. Next, navigate to System and Update at the bottom, and then select Backup and Reset, and then select Reset Phone. At the bottom, you can select Erase All Data, and this will give you a quick message, permanently clear all data, and you have the option to also clear your eSIM or retain it, as the red one, so clear data but retain eSIM profile. If you want to, I don't know, maybe sell this device as an example, you probably just want to select clear all data. If you're resetting this device and you're going to go back to using it with the same kind of number that you had it on here before, you can obviously select the retain eSIM profile, which is going to make your life simpler. But like I said, majority of you will be interested in this one, clear all data. It gives us a quick message, clear all data. All data, including your eSIM information, will be cleared permanently. This operation cannot be undone, but won't cancel any mobile service plans. So I'm going to select clear, and it's going to begin deleting and factory resetting the device. So we're going to wait for it. Once the process is completely finished, we'll be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible on my end. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your phone how you like. Now if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got OPPO Reno 14 FS, and let me share with you how to check the total screen time on this device. Alright, so let's begin with opening the settings. And here in this general list we have to scroll down to the very bottom, so all the way down, to find digital well-being and parental controls. Let's tap on it. As you can see right here, we've got the graph which will show us for how long we've been using this device today. In my case, it's 1 hour and 7 minutes, and most of the time I've spent on the settings and Chrome. And basically, if you wish to check some further details, you can tap inside the graph and you will be transferred to the dashboard where you can check the screen time in particular days of the week. You can also change the screen time to notifications received and times opened, and obviously you can compare it day to day, and under it you've got the list of apps which you've been using with specific time you've spent on them. If you wish, you can also tap on specific app in order to show another dashboard where you can check the time you've spent on this particular app. Moreover, next to some apps, we've got this characteristic icon, the hourglass icon. And basically, if you will decide that you're spending too much time on one app, so for example, in my case, Chrome, then I have to simply tap on this hourglass icon to open the app timer. And basically, for example, if I will set it for 0 hours and 30 minutes, it means that I can use this app for only 30 minutes during a day. And after that, this app will be blocked, and obviously at midnight the app timer will be reset, and again I will have 30 minutes of usage. We can also set it for 0 hours and 0 minutes, which means that which means that the app will be blocked. As you can see, it's grayed out here and here, and after trying to open it, we've got this pop-out window with the information that sorry, you cannot really use it because your timer ran out, which obviously is not true because we've got it set on 0 hours and 0 minutes. So basically it is blocked, and I really think that is quite a lot of an interesting way of trying to limit the time spent on the specific app. Alright, let me go back and let me turn it off. If we are talking about limiting the time spent on the screen, here under it we've got ways to disconnect, so the app timers which I've just discussed, but we've got also bedtime mode, focus mode, or screen time reminders. So let me discuss focus mode maybe. Just tap on it. Here we've got the list of apps which we are usually using, and now we have to select distracting apps, so those from which you are receiving the most notifications. So just tap on the specific app, mark it, and then set a schedule. Here we can choose the specific day and time in which you'd like to use this mode. I'll pick, for example, something like that. Okay, and tap on set. And basically, after setting it, your device will limit the notifications from those distracting apps, so you'll have time for, I don't know, working, studying, spending time with your family, resting, whatever you'd like to do with your time. You just won't be disturbed, so it's also a nice option. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14 FS, and today I'll show you how you can insert SIM card into this phone. So, to get started, you'll need to grab a SIM ejector similar to this one, which will come provided with the device in the box, but if you can't find it, you could also use a paper clip, straighten out one of the ends, and it should work just as well. Now, once you have either one of those, you can then pop out the tray, which will be located at the bottom of the device, so right over here. So you want to push the pin in, and you can see when you do, the tray pops up. Now on the tray we actually have space for an SD card on the bottom side or secondary SIM card. So let's just bring that up into view as well. So let's start off with the top side. Here we have just a SIM tray. So you'd place your card like so. There is a retention bracket that holds the card in place, so it shouldn't be falling out of the tray if you flip it over. And then at the bottom, we have our SD tray. Now, like I mentioned, you can pop in a secondary SIM card right here. I can see how it would be placed with the cutout in the top left side. Assuming you're holding the bottom is the kind of like phone side in this part. So I'll be using a SD card here instead. So an SD card would go like, come on, clip in. It's a bit more annoying to clip in. Come on, put in there. No, it's definitely not. Struggling to clip it in there, come on. For some reason I'm struggling to get it on there. So it does have retention brackets just like before, but it has them from both sides. And did I get it? Ah, okay, I finally got it. So as you can see, it's now holding as well. So make sure that the card is clipped in place. It shouldn't be falling out. It still kind of seems a bit iffy, like it's still protruding from the top, but I believe this might be like it's supposed to be, so we'll see. Anyway, from there, I'm just gonna pop it back into the device. Yep, so it's not in correctly, because it's not actually getting into the device. I genuinely feel like this tray is too small. Like something is off with it. I never had a problem trying to plop in an SD card into a tray, and now it's completely crooked, so that's not it. Oh, there we go. Got it. Now it's completely in there. So, okay. So it does take a bit of fiddling around to get it completely seated in there. Now once you do, you can see it goes in. So let's give it a second. It should pop up with a SIM card pin, and there we go. So there is the SIM card pin. So SIM is obviously working. Now typically you get a notification about the SD card, but we didn't get one, so let's see in the settings. By going into about device, and there it is. So it is detecting it, just doesn't give us any kind of notification about it. So there we go. Now hopefully you found this very helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can record screen on this phone. So, to get started, swipe down from the top of your screen twice, which will show you a bunch of toggles, one of them being the screen recorder. If it's not visible on the first page, we can swipe to the left, and this will show us the second page, and you can see that's where the toggle is located for me. Once you see it, you can simply tap on it. First time around, you will need to give it access to, for instance, record audio, so we're going to select while using the app, and it brings up this little guide right here. We're going to select just get started. You can then choose what kind of sound will be recorded, so you record system sound or microphone or both, obviously, depending on which one you select. I'm going to keep it as it is, and then I'm going to select start recording. Now we have this little dynamic island looking thing at the top that indicates that the device is right now recording. You can open up most applications, but not all. Some of them will be blocked by the screen recorder, such as, for instance, Netflix. Now this piece of shit comes pre-installed with the device. Luckily, OPPO gives us a quick notification letting us know that we won't be able to record this, which is seen right here. Now I'm pointing that out because OPPO, and in turn also OnePlus and Realme, which is one big parent company, are the only ones that have the audacity, or not audacity, but the actual sense to give us this information. Most other devices don't bother doing that. Anyway, let's stop the recording right here by interacting with this pop-up, and this will save it to your photos. Now, the reason I opened up Netflix and the reason I'm talking about this is because Netflix comes pre-installed with the device. And if I go back in here, you can see I am not signed in. I actually, myself, do not even own a Netflix account. Therefore, I have never agreed to terms of service or use for Netflix application. I couldn't. I do not have an account, nor have I ever had one. Now, I'm stressing that out because, therefore, they should not be able to do shred of anything on this device. So let's take a look how our screen recording turns out by going into our photos, set continue, and playing back the video. Oh, that's Netflix open, by the way. So, Netflix is just blatantly disregarding what is your personal property and doing whatever the hell they want in the background of it, and changing settings without ever even asking you for permission to do so. Now, because I consider this to be a blatant violation of your personal property, I'm going to give you alternatives for free. That will cost you nothing, because screw you, Netflix. That also extends to Spotify, which is also pre-installed on this device, by the way. So, alternatives to, for instance, Netflix would be things like CloudStream. You can find it on GitHub, and I highly recommend doing that right now before Google locks away their entire ecosystem into just their Play Store, basically becoming a monopoly, because that's okay nowadays. So, if you can get it before that time, hopefully you can use it after Google locks away their system that all the applications need to be signed to be installed. And when you get CloudStream, you basically have access to every streaming platform through a repository for free. You can thank me by just hitting that like and subscribe. And for Spotify, you can use things like YouTube Music, which will work best, but not the actual application. I'm referring to the one that starts with a re and then continues with the Vans. So it's an application which consists of a bunch of other applications that just remove the enshittification of every app. So they're actually going back to how they're supposed to, or how they used to work, which is the good way. And again, completely free. Anyway, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to smash like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome, you follow me as the OPPO Reno 14FS, and today I will show you how you can import contacts from a SIM card to the device. So to get started, you will want to open up your standalone contacts application, like this one right over here. We don't need notifications from our contacts. Anyway, next we're gonna navigate to Organize, and you wanna select Manage SIM. This will display all the contacts that are located on your SIM card. Now for me, they are all grayed out because the device is trying to import them to Google account by default. Now I do want to talk about this just briefly. That's how Contact will always try to do it, import them to your Google Cloud. So what they basically want to do is hoover up all the personal data that isn't even yours. So contact numbers of your friends, family, and all that stuff. I personally find this absolutely annoying, so I'll be changing it to the device. Google doesn't need to have all the people's numbers that they have never consented to. So yeah, I'm gonna change it to the device out of just respect of privacy for other people. Now here, I don't actually have real contacts. These are like status of the card, like how much money it has, and just mail and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter. But in general, this obviously will matter a little bit more. Now, as you can see, when I changed it to the device from Google account, these contacts became selected and stopped being grayed out because none of them actually exist on the phone itself. So I can deselect ones that I don't want. Next, click on import. And again, Google, being creepy trash, is trying to delete my contacts from the SIM card. If you keep your contacts on the SIM card as a backup, for instance, because that's where I'm importing it from, Google shouldn't even ask me to delete them. They never get in my way. They are not visible in the contacts list unless I deliberately want to see them. Therefore, they're never being annoying like Google is with their shitty pop-up asking me if, oh, would I like to delete my contacts? How about no? No, I do not want to delete my contacts. And no, I also will not want to back it up, which they will give you pop-up to back up your contacts to the cloud. Because God forbid you didn't do that the first time around, and Google can't have access to all the data. So yeah, if you're using your contacts, be prepared that you most likely will get a pop-up to back up your data. And that will also include your contacts, FYI. And you might not get it in the contacts list, you might get it in some other applications, for instance like photos, or anything just associated with Google. They will just work towards hoovering up all the data that shouldn't even be theirs. So anyway, once you import your contacts, they should be visible right here. And like I mentioned, the contacts that are on the SIM card will not show up right here. So you can see there's no SIM contact. They usually have a different icon. I can click right here where it says all contacts and deliberately show SIM card contacts. Whoa, crazy stuff, right? Or you can show the device contacts or any other location or all of them at the same time. It's completely up to me. But like I said, it's not wise to delete the backup of your contacts that are being stored on a physical drive, because let's just say Google decides to, I don't know, stop supporting contacts. And all your contacts go poof, and you no longer have them. It's not the brightest idea to rely on a company and their goodwill to basically support data gathering as much as it brings them revenue. The moment it stops, that's when they're just gonna ditch this. So it's best to keep it on a physical drive that you have access to. You can also back up your contacts as a CVS, I think that's the file. So you can create a file of your contacts and back them up, and then just literally mail it to yourself and have backup of that as well. But in any case, that would sum it up. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.